Turner. I'm one of the psychotherapists at Catholic Charities in the Diocese of Arlington, and I wanted to talk today about how adversity can be an invitation to growth. And adversity is anything that causes suffering, hardship, trauma, or distress. And COVID-19 certainly qualifies as an adversity. Adversities tend to be things that happen suddenly, things we don't want or didn't predict, and often are things we can't control. They tend to turn our lives upside down, causing confusion and disorientation. For most of us, we need time after such an event to start figuring out how to deal with it. Our brains help us at the beginning by allowing us to be in denial that something is happening or has happened to us. As that denial fades, now's the time for us to try and figure out how we're going to cope with it, what's our path forward, and how are we going to integrate the adversity into our new normal. Frequently, we don't want to do any of these things and would prefer to rely on our old coping strategies until we figure out they don't work the way they once did. And when we get to that point where we're saying, now what? Adversity is offering us an invitation. Our emotional reactions to adversity are wide and varied. Listening to our emotions and valuing the information they give us can help us identify what we need to do in order to take care of ourselves. If we're not used to listening to our emotions, this might be scary, but they don't tend to go away just because I don't listen to them. They usually get louder. Adversity can help us to engage with our emotions in a different and healthier way. When adversity happens, we tend to want to hunker down. This closing down can lead to feeling more isolated, victimized, and afraid. For faith-filled people, I suggest opening our hearts to God at this time. None of us can cope alone with all that life throws at us. And if we thought we could, adversity tends to blow that idea out of the water. Opening to God can help us recognize all the ways God is with us as we go through adversity. Here, an invitation might be to notice the little graces present every day. COVID-19 has quieted the world. There is so much less noise now. This can make it easier to notice God's little graces, such as birdsong and baby green leaves. Noticing these things puts us in touch with the physical world and is one of the ways we can ground ourselves in the moment rather than fearing about the future. Other forms of adversity might invite us to do the quieting ourselves, both in what we hear and what we do to distract ourselves from distress. And adversity can help us identify healthier ways to self-soothe. Adversity usually provides us with opportunities to grow new skills or expand our understanding of ourselves. Adversity can positively expand our self-esteem. I frequently hear clients say they found out they were stronger than they ever knew after they dealt with an adversity. Some of the new skills we can learn are less tangible. We might have to learn how to be patient, tolerant, or compassionate. We might grow in understanding about what it feels like to be homeless, hungry, lonely, or stuck at home. These are just some of the ways adversity can stretch and grow us, and I invite you to be curious about how you've grown once the pandemic passes.